Alright, what's up everybody? Brian here, and this is my Impact Wrestling Redemption review for tonight's event. So let's get right into it. What a show it was, what an event. What a show it was. A couple of great matches. We started off with Aerostar taking on Drago, both guys representing Lucha Underground. Of course, June 13th is when Season 4 of Lucha Underground returns, so that is huge. This matchup did not disappoint. For anyone that watches Lucha Underground knows how great these two are, competing against each other or teaming up with each other, and they really delivered tonight in this matchup, with Aerostar picking up the win over Drago, so a big victory for Aerostar in what was a great matchup. We saw the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the line as LAX defended against Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. This one that was actually pretty good. I did not expect it to be that great. I thought it was going to be okay, but it really turned out to be a really good matchup. LAX, they were kind of off their game a little bit because before the match they got a call that Conan had been taken out, and that is pretty much what I think that's what kind of brought them down and cost them a little bit as far as costing them the Tag Team Championships, as Eli Drake and Scott Steiner, who was very impressive in this matchup, during this match, Scott Steiner even hit a top rope Frankensteiner to one of the members of LAX, but it was Eli Drake with the gravy train that scored the win for his team, for him and Scott Steiner to become the new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Of course, Eli Drake still has, he cashed in his tag team title briefcase tonight that he won in Feast or Fired, but he also still has that Impact Wrestling World Championship title case that he won when he defeated Moose. So now he is one half of the new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Let's see what else. We saw Brian Cage win a six-way match that involved DJZ, Trevor Lee, Taiji Ishimori, El Hijo del Fantasma, and Desmond Xavier. This matchup was really great. I was not disappointed with this matchup at all. If you guys did not watch this match or did not see this match, I would recommend checking it out for yourselves and judge for yourselves how great this match was. Brian Cage won with the drill claw on Desmond Xavier. That's what helped him pick up the win. I know that one part of the match, and it seemed like there was a lot of this going on, but with the ropes being slippery and stuff, Brian Cage at one point in this matchup tried to do a moonsault, but slipped when he tried to do it from the middle rope, but wound up getting up and hitting it, even though the first time he slipped, but the second time he was able to hit it. But he still picked up the win in this matchup. We had Taya Valkyrie taking on Kiera Hogan. This one they announced earlier in the day. Nothing really exciting for this matchup. The only thing that I think took away from it was the fact that at commentary, daughter of Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard, came out to the broadcast booth, or the broadcast desk, and sat and did commentary for the match, and that was pretty much it. I mean, there was really nothing exciting about this matchup. Basically, that's what took away from it. I think if they would have had paid more attention about this matchup with Taya and Kiera Hogan, I think it would have been a little bit better, but they seem to have focused more on Tessa Blanchard announcing she's going to be a part of the Knockouts division and stuff like that. So that really didn't do much for that matchup, and it was nothing against the matchup was not bad, but it was just they didn't, as far as commentary is concerned, really didn't seem like they were caring too much about that matchup as trying to get Tessa Blanchard over. So let's see what else we had. We had the X Division Championship on the line. Matt Sydal successfully defended against Petey Williams. I thought this matchup was actually pretty good as well. Both guys, brought their A game. Both guys looking to hit their finishers. Petey Williams would he would hit the Canadian Destroyer, but he hit it with so much force that Matt Sydal rolled out of the ring. Then Matt Sydal during the match would try to hit the Shooting Star Press. Both times that he tried to hit it, he would miss, but he still won with a roll-up pin, and that is what helped Matt Sydal retain the X Division Championship. We had OVE defeating Tommy Dreamer, Moose, and Eddie Edwards in a House of Hardcore six-man tag team match. This was a great matchup for being a hardcore rules type matchup. There were a lot of weapons involved. All six guys basically just, fought, with weapons. Sami Callihan scored the fall for his team, pinning Tommy Dreamer. It was after the match, though, that things really started getting really violent. Eddie Edwards would go after Sami Callihan after OVE won. He would start beating him down. He would use a barbed wire baseball bat that was introduced during the match on Sami Callihan, raking it across his face, busting him open. Would then take him and tie him, would use tape to tie his arms to the ropes, to the top ropes, and basically would grab a kendo stick and start whacking Sami Callihan with the kendo stick. The referee was trying to calm him down. He would wind up hitting the referee. Then Tommy Dreamer would try to calm Eddie Edwards down, and Eddie was not having any of it. I mean, given the fact that's what's been transpiring between these guys, between Eddie Edwards and OVE, especially Sami Callihan, I don't blame him. He started going after Sami Callihan again until Alicia Edwards, Eddie's wife, would come down to try to get him, to calm down. He would wind up turning around and hitting by accident Alicia, and that was pretty much it for that whole segment. I mean, hopefully Alicia's okay, but she took a real hard swing with that. She really took a real hard hit with that kendo stick from watching it on television. So hopefully she's okay. But I mean, Eddie Edwards, even though the match was over, he really wanted to get revenge especially on Sami Callihan, and he got that. Even though, his wife Alicia got hurt in the process, he tried to get his revenge, and he wanted to get revenge on Sami Callihan. So yeah, that what else? We had Allie retaining her Knockouts Championship over Su Yung in what was an okay matchup, in my opinion. It was nothing really special. Allie won with a roll-up after countering Su Young's finishing move. Braxton Sutter, who was in the corner of Su Yung, tried to get involved in this match. but wound up getting knocked off the apron by Allie. Um, and then after the match, Braxton would try to apologize to Su Yung, telling her he loves her. He proposed to her. She wound up turning him down after hitting mist. She spit mist into his face, and then delivered her version of the mandible claw. So obviously, that relationship with Su Yung and Braxton Sutter, or whatever it is over. And so that was pretty much it for that one. And then we move on to the main event, which was for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. It was Austin Aries defending against Lucha Underground's Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. This was a rematch from WrestleCon a few weeks ago, and this matchup did not disappoint. It did not disappoint at all. All three guys delivered and had a shocking result. I know I said in my predictions that I thought Austin Aries was going to walk out still champion. That was not the case, as we have a new Impact Wrestling World Champion in Pentagon Jr. That's right, you heard me correctly. Pentagon Jr. is the new Impact Wrestling World Champion, defeating both Phoenix and Austin Aries in this match. He pinned Austin Aries after supposedly breaking the arm of Austin Aries, doing that devastating pull back of the arm and stuff like that, that he usually does in Lucha Underground. He would then wind up hitting the Pentagon Driver, I believe it's called, and that was pretty much it. So Pentagon Jr. of Lucha Underground is the new Impact Wrestling World Champion. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this Thursday night as far as, the fallout from tonight's Redemption event. So with that being said, my overall thoughts on tonight's event was an amazing job, amazing event, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens Thursday night, as I mentioned, as far as fallout from this event. Who's going to be next in line to step up to challenge for the championships. What's going to happen with a lot of the things that have been going on in Impact Wrestling as far as tonight's Redemption event is concerned. So, but my overall thoughts, I thought it was a great show, a fantastic effort by Impact Wrestling. They really delivered at this event tonight. So, if you guys watched Redemption tonight, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. I'm sorry if this video is not like my usual videos, but I thought I'd give my thoughts on tonight's event. I thought it was a great show. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. This has been my Impact Wrestling Redemption pay-per-view event review. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.